Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a source that's got a really lovely idea for Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. What have we got?
It's a pattern, actually, for a handmade cross-stitch thing called a Biscornu.
Ah, Biscornu, right? Those little sort of puffy cushion things, often 8 points.
Exactly that. Yeah, this one is you basically stitch two squares and then sew them together in a specific way to get that shape.
And this pattern sounds themed for Mother's Day then.
Totally. It has two sides. One's got this little picture of a globe, and it says, Best World Mom.
Oh, that's sweet. Captures that big universal feeling, doesn't it?
It really does. And then the other side, it's got a little bouquet of flowers. Delicate looking.
Nice. And the text?
Just simple, love you, Mom. Classic.
Can't go wrong with that. And I mean, the fact it's handmade,
Yeah,
that's the real point, isn't it?
absolutely. It just says so much more, I think. Taking the time yourself.
For sure. So how big is this thing when it's done? Is it a massive project?
No, not at all. It says about 10 by 10 centimeters, so just under 4 inches square.
Okay, that's quite manageable. A nice little weekend project, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't seem too overwhelming.
And what about materials? Does the source get specific?
It does give suggestions. It talks about using 2 strands of DMC floss.
Standard stuff for cross stitch.
Right. And stitching it over 2 threads on, hang on, 32 count Lugana linen. Sounds fancy.
Linen can be lovely, gives a nice drape,
Yeah.
but it can be a bit trickier for some, working on linen over 2 threads.
Well, good news then. It also says you can just use 16 count Aida cloth.
Yeah, okay. Much more common, yeah. Easier to see the squares, generally.
Yeah.
Good for beginners or just, preference.
Seems flexible, which is nice.
So the pattern itself,
Yeah.
what do you actually get in the download?
It sounds pretty comprehensive. You get a color preview.
Good. So you see the goal.
Yeah. And then a black and white chart that just uses symbols.
Perfect. Easy to follow, less ink if you print it.
Exactly. And a full DMC color key so you know exactly which thread numbers to buy or, pull from your stash.
Takes all the guesswork out, basically. Very user-friendly.
And this was interesting for putting it together because that Biscornu shape involves that offset seam.
Right. It's not just sewing 2 squares flat. There's a little twist.
Yeah. The source mentions there's a free PDF tutorial just for the assembly part.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's often the bit that puts people off trying a Biscornu if they haven't made one before.
Definitely lowers the barrier, doesn't it? Makes it feel achievable even for total newbies to that shape.
So once you've stitched it and wrestled it into shape, what do you do with it?
Well, the source suggests a few things. It could be a really pretty pincushion, maybe for a mom who sews.
Yeah, practical and pretty. I like it.
Or just a little keepsake ornament. You could add a little loop, hang it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. A little decorative touch.
Or simply, a token, a little physical reminder of your love. It's small enough to just sit on a desk or shelf.
Very versatile for its size. And thinking about it, the act of making it, that's part of the gift too, isn't it? That quiet, focused time.
Oh, definitely. Cross-stitching can be quite meditative, I find.
It can. There's a certain satisfaction in seeing it come together, stitch by stitch, and giving something you poured time into that feels good.
So if this sounds like a good fit for someone listening, the source obviously provides a link to get the pattern.
Start stitching your love today, as they say.
Yeah. And apparently if you get the cross-stitch bug,
It happens.
the same place offers lots of other patterns too. Different styles, charming ones, samplers, primitive designs.
Right, so options if you want to do more.
Yeah, plenty to explore.
So ultimately, this source is offering a way to make something, well, small, but really significant, right? A handmade token for Mother's Day.
Exactly. It's about the personal effort and the love stitched into it, I think.
The tangible piece of affection.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe. What other small things, these little acts of creation or effort in our lives, end up holding huge meaning for the people we care about?
That's a good question. It's often not the grand gestures, is it, but those little personal touches that become cherished memories.
Something to think about.